So welcome to Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Ilkley and welcome to our principles video. So today we've got Alan to help us out. So today we're looking at the anchor principle, which is basically any way that we can pin any part of our own or our opponent's anatomy, to inhibit their mobility. So again, we're going to be looking at anchors. So just a quick example of that. If we're just in open space here and Alan's moving his arm around, I don't have any anchor points, okay? If he's a lot stronger, it's going to be difficult. But again, if I can look at pinning it towards him, for example, to inhibit his mobility, that's an example of an anchor. Just a very nice variation of the anchor, or very nice technique that I've been looking at using the anchor principle recently, is sometimes when you're in half guard, for example, and very often if someone knows what they're doing, this is more jiu-jitsu against jiu-jitsu, Alan might look at starting to go for an underhook, and there's many things that he can do to start to get up, with this underhook. So in this instance, I would want an underhook of my own. Now again, if it was just me grabbing an underhook from here, Alan still has quite a lot of mobility where he could potentially start to get up from here. So instead, I'm going to utilize the anchor principle. So look, I'm going to take this hand, I'm just going to move my legs a little bit so we can see what's going on. But as I come through here, look, I'm going to anchor onto Alan's leg. So I'm coming through his arm, and I'm going to use Alan's own leg as an anchor point. That way, if I apply a bit of pressure now and Alan starts to look at getting up, it's going to be very difficult to have anchored him into place. Now again, I might just do this to slow him down and do transitions. That's the anchor principle in terms of the technique. Just a nice submission that we've been covering from here though, is once we get from the anchor, we can start to work submission. So I'm going to pull on his collar and I'm going to grip. Okay, I've got another anchor point now. Try and get up, Alan. Again, anchored on. He's anchored in, controlling his head. At this point, grab him right behind the gi here, thumb inside. We're going to loop the head. Then we've got the blades of our arms on his carotid arteries. Now we can then start to apply this choke from there. So very nice positional control and submission setup, utilizing this anchor principle.